Hello, a warm welcome to you all from SDT University. I am Tarun Rai from the Faculty of Commerce and Management, and today we will be learning the concept of attitude and value. An attitude is a strong belief or feeling towards people, things, or situations. We all have favorable or positive and unfavorable or negative attitudes about life, human relations, work, school, and everything else. Attitudes are not quick judgments we change easily, but we can change our attitudes. People interpret our attitudes by our own behavior. Employers place a great emphasis on attitude. Attitudes are formed by a variety of forces, including our personal values, our experiences, and our personalities. Let's take a look at how attitudes are formed. Attitudes are the complexes of beliefs and feelings that people have about specific ideas, situations, or other people. Attitudes are important because they are a mechanism through which most people express their feelings. Attitudes are usually viewed as stable dispositions to behave towards objects in a certain way. As illustrated here, attitudes contain three components: cognition, affect, and behavioral intention. Attitudes are generally formed around a sequence of cognition, affect, and behavioral intention. That is when we come to know something that we believe to be true, cognition. This knowledge triggers a feeling. Cognition is the knowledge a person presumes to have about something. A person's affect is his or her feelings towards something. In many ways, affect is similar to emotion, it's something over which we have little or no conscious control. Intention guides a person's behavior. Intentions are not always translated into actual behavior. However, affect, cognition, and behavioral intention are the primary components of an attitude. The central idea running through the process of attitude formation is that thoughts, feelings, and tendencies to behave are acquired or learned gradually. The attitudes are acquired from the following sources: direct personal experience. The quality of a person's direct experience with the attitude object determines his attitude towards it. Social learning. Attitudes are also learned from the others, such as from parents, teachers, superiors, models, etc. An individual may learn by having contact with others or even watching models over the TV. Social learning makes it possible for a person to develop attitude towards something even when he has no direct experience of the attitude object. Mass media. Advertising messages, for example, attempts to alter the attitude of the people towards a certain product or service. Similarly, social message on TV and in newspapers can have mass appeal among the people. Institutional factors. Religious institutions, social organizations, educational institutions, etc., also help in shaping the attitudes of people. Association. A new attitude object may be associated with an old attitude object, and the attitude towards the latter may be transferred towards the former. The sources of attitudes are the important ways in which attitudes are learned, but what type of attitudes will ultimately develop is dependent on the following factors. Psychological factors. The psychological makeup of a person is made up of his perceptions, ideas, beliefs, values, and information, etc. It has a crucial role in determining a person's attitudes. Family factors. During childhood, a person spends a major part of his time in family. Thus, he learns from the family members who provide him with ready-made attitudes on a variety of issues such as education, work, health, religion, politics, economics, etc. Social factors. Societies differ in terms of language, culture, norms, values, beliefs, etc., all of which influences a person's attitude. Organizational factors. It should be remembered that a worker spends a major part of his life in the institution in which he works. Thus, organizational factors such as nature of job, factory layout, fellow workers, quality of supervision, monetary rewards, etc., play an important role in shaping the job attitudes of a person. Economic factors. A person's attitudes towards a host of issues such as pleasure, work, marriage, etc. is influenced by economic factors such as his economic status in the economic conditions. Political factors. Politics plays a crucial role in the administration of a country. Therefore, political factors such as ideologies of the political parties, political stability, and the behavior of the political leaders greatly influence the attitude of the people. A value is defined as a concept of the desirable and internalized criteria or standard of evaluation a person possesses. Such concepts and standards are relatively few and determine or guide an individual's evaluation in everyday life. A person's values are the things that have worth or are important to the individual, and a value system is a set of standards by which the individual lives. Value is concerned what should be. They influence the choices we make among alternative behaviors. Values direct from the most motivated behavior we will take. For example, if you have 3 job offers, you will select the one that's of highest value to you. Values shape our attitudes. When something is of value to you, you tend to have positive attitudes towards it. But what is the value to you? Take time to identify what's truly important to you and be sure you devote your time to your values. What are values? These are customs, ideals, and standards that people choose to live by within their particular culture. For example, a group of people may have a religious value that states it's wrong to drink alcohol. Another group of young people may believe that you gain status or prestige within a group if you steal a car. These people hold the value that it's tough to steal. A certain value may be seen as good or acceptable by one group of people. Other people outside that group or culture may think that this particular value is bad or unacceptable. Sometimes values that of community adopts represent what the people with the most power think is right, and those people without much power may disagree. Not even when in a community may agree on what is an acceptable value or how that value should be applied. Values are not necessarily stated as rules to live by. Often they are just inferred and thus understood by everybody within a particular group that this is the way things should be. So, today we learned about the concept of attitude and value. In our next class, we will be learning about defining the problem and problem solving techniques. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. See you next time.